Hello, my name is Ethan Becker, and I'm the president of Becker Knife and Tool Corp, and I am best known for my knife designs, I think. But one of the things I've done in the past was to design a pack called the Becker Patrol Pack. And Chance asked me to try to explain why I came up with it and how. And essentially, I'd sent a couple of kukri knives to Vietnam with friends of mine, and they both came back. The knives didn't, and they explained to me the problems that they had had with their kukri knives, and I tried to address that when I designed my first knife, which was the Meshax. I sent one of the Meshaxes off to my friend Bob, and he said, "Hey, this is a really good design and everything, but why don't you do something useful and do something about redesigning the Alice pack into something somebody actually wants to wear?" So I asked him, I said, "Okay, what do you want to see in a pack?" And I had done a fair amount of backpacking, mostly with frame packs, and I mean, I was a kid camper. My first primitive camping experience was age 5, and I've owned a lot of packs, both commercial and military, and didn't really like very many of them either. Frame packs, especially for somebody who's going off the trail, are very problematical, because if you duck your head going underneath something, you're going to run into something and you're going to end up on your back, or pretty close, or wrenched back. And he said, "Well, it can't be any wider than you are." I said, "Okay, that makes sense." And he said, "It's got to have purpose-built pockets for beans, bullets, and water." And I'm like, okay, this all makes sense. So I had done a considerable amount of reading of journals, and I guess the best way to describe them as journals of guys who had been in Vietnam and who had been LRPs and the Charlie Rangers, and also there was a great little almost pamphlet that was put together by the MacSog in describing all of the things that they had learned operationally and how to rearrange your equipment in order to be most effective. So anyway, this guy is just about as wide as I am. And it has easy access to more magazines than you want to carry in here and here. First aid stuff and one thing and another that you want to be able to get to in a hurry. Plenty of tie-off points. It has tunnels behind the side pockets, which were designed to carry 2-quart canteens, so that you can carry a machete. If you're in a different kind of an area, you want to be carrying skis, antenna segments, anything longer than the pack is, without getting it too far outboard where it's going to catch on everything. And one of the things that's very important for people who are cruising around in the wrong neighborhood is being able to find everything in the dark. And the pack also has to be comfortable enough that you can literally live in it. Whether you're on a search and rescue, or whether you are just someplace where you're not sure where you are, you should never ever, you should sleep with the pack on, basically. So it's designed to do that. It's pretty comfortable. It has chest straps so that it won't move around very much, and something that was put on that I didn't Dream Up was having chest straps that had a little bit of elastic, so that if you were breathing heavy, it didn't feel as if you were dying. A padded waist belt that's removable, in case you want to use a canteen belt instead of this, but this is designed so that it can use the old-fashioned Alice clips. No skid plate, no skid, so that your gun is less likely to slip. One of the most important things is that you can use it more or less like a duffel bag because it has a large, comfortable place that you can pick it up. Frequently, you carry a pack around by the handles, and carrying it around by this is very awkward. This is not. On the inside of the pack, and this makes the pack about as waterproof as you can get it and still be a pack. On the sides, there's a pocket that goes down about 6 or 8 inches on each side so that you can reach things without a flashlight. You can feel where everything is. There's also a large pocket in the front, same thing. You don't have to think about it. If you and everybody, of course, packs everything exactly the same way, so everybody can find everybody's stuff. Also, there is, not in this model. Oh, here it is. It's a different one. There's a map pocket underneath here. And there's now, and at night, now you see me, now you don't. All very important. Plenty of attachment points. And this model, and there have been several, has tunnels behind every pocket. So you can tuck stuff that you put on the outside in places where it won't catch on things. Nothing really much more than figuring out what your customer wants, what the end user needs, and attention to detail. And they've been quite popular. I believe they sell used for more than they used to sell retail, and that always makes a designer a happy boy. So that's pretty much the story behind the packs, and occasionally some of them are around, and some of them occasionally they aren't. But oh, and there's foam padding in the back. Some of the models have aluminum stays. Some of the models have built-in radio harnesses. And there's a pocket in the back for a camelback, and the hydration tube comes out of here. So everything's pretty well laid out so you can get at stuff, do stuff, and not have to think about the pack. And if you gotta sleep wearing the damn thing, this is nice and comfortable, and of course has a wicking surface. And that's about it.